Oh, good evening. We're up here for another update. Um, I'm just practicing a little bit with the weapons, firearm section of the items. I'm not, I don't think I'm necessarily mad at these ones. So if you guys remember, way back, way back when these were kind of like the first iterations. I actually got rid of the very first ones. They were just useless. Besides, maybe I'll keep them like as memento. Let's just do like a memento. Um, I'll put them back in there as my momentum, please. Let me see. Oh no! I already seems as though. Here we go. I'll do the bazooka. This is all for memories. Always for memories. Oh man, I don't know where to put it. I'll put it right there. I'll move this over. I'll move this over too. Move it like right there, and then move this like that. So it fits in here real nice. Okay. So yeah, so these are just our legacy. These are gonna be our legacy ones. So this was I did this one today, and this one, I mean, this is the one that kind of inspired me. So obviously it's too big, but I was just looking at some like another shotgun. Like I was looking at reference pictures, and I will say, let me just say, I think I just had a revelation to that. I think I had a revelation because I don't know, like I think when working on the and mind you, when I was doing Blender, I never use a reference image for anything. Okay, and my stuff typically will come out okay. It'll come out fine. Like I'm not gonna say it's like I haven't made a masterpiece yet, but for the most part, they've come out fine. Um, they've come out fine, right? So I just never believed in the reference picture. And when doing the pixel art, I guess it's because maybe when going Blender, because it's 3D, I've already had this conversation before. I can't visually picture anything, right? Like it's just not how my brain works. Like I have to know what something's like, right? Like I have to know, okay? It's like the thing is, right? With 3D, I gotta know the shape of a gun and things like that, right? But I've never done like an in-depth like asset, right? So I've never really thought about it. I've only done like simple stuff. And so I've been like stuck on like the firearms because I'm like I've never actually like shot or not shot, but like I never actually like um made a gun before. I'm like playing with the pixels. And again, that's what we kind of get with these. Again, like so I understand what the shape of something is, right? Like I understand the shape of it, but I can't necessarily picture what the whole thing looks. I mean looking at this one and then comparing it to this one. And I took these straight from like references. So that's what you were seeing me open up. I had other references comes like what are like the details of a gun? I've never really like examined like I've had shotguns and stuff like that, but I've never really thought about it, but I've never like examined a gun, you know what I mean? And so like, that's when we kind of get into these ones. I was like, huh, playing around with the shotguns. I'm like, shoot, like and they have to be a specific size too. Like that's another thing. They have to be a specific size. So it's just it was just like it was a mind boggle. So for the longest time, I just never worked on it. I never did it, and so you know, yeah. I mean, but here we are, right? So I mean, that rocket launchers. This is from somebody else. I was just using it as a reference, but just kind of getting the hang of it, and I think I'll play around with it more. like so I can kind of get like the form foundations of it. Like I just have to, if I can look at the reference here, I'm like, all right, let me see if I can shrink this into like use specific pixels and blah 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 blah. So okay, so yeah, you just I don't know, you just kind of you definitely get a nice little I don't know. It's just nice working with reference. I just feel like it's just nice working with reference. And now I think that, it does require like a little more work, but hey. But even going over here to our other weapons, I was working on some other weapons. You know what I'm saying? Claws, bat, katanas, knife bands, nunchucks, a whip, um, whatever the things that Raphael uses, a new great blade, a new it's kind of like I was trying to go for like a scythe, but I thought this was just kind of gnarly, so I just kept it like that. And even some more swords, right? So it's just interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So and just to give you some updates, I've been working on animation, as you see, kind of see in this corner here. Um, I'll play the animation at half speed. So I'm trying to get a grasp of animation, and it's just not clicking for me. Um, I feel like I got the legs. Finally got figured the legs out. Figured the leg situation out. But huh, I don't know why the light. No, maybe it's because it's far away. But yeah, I just had to figure this out. Um, just because I mean, when it kind of comes to, I am going to need this now. Thankfully, right? I have this qualm. One thing I'm trying to do is we're almost there. We're almost there. We're touching. It's touching that 10K. You for me to touching. We're touching 10K, guys. We're going to say we actually hit 2.7 million views on our little post. Clap it up for us. Clap it up for us. Clap it up for us. So, but this is fantastic. At 6,500 followers, we're insane. I couldn't have done this without you all. You are the best. The the thing about this is at 10,000 followers, I want to be able to release this animation that I'm working on, right? Like I want to be able to release this animation to let people know this is coming. Voyager Project's coming. This is supposed to be the announcement. It's a pixel art game, so I want to announce to people that pick this. Our first game is coming. You feel me? And then with that, my next endeavor. So it's just I put it at now, mind you. I'm gonna keep it a bean. You feel me? I have it at 25K before I release it. I'm not gonna lie to you. So my thought process is this, right? I'm looking. My idea is I'm thinking of taking a movie poster, right? Taking them like creating a movie poster, creating pixel movie posters, okay, and then making AMVs, animated music videos. That doesn't sound right. Basically, I'm trying to make animated scenes with my pixel art that's going to depict certain things. So, like, for instance, you feel me? Um, when you go to this one, right? So, right, this Nah, come on, come on. This is the first book, right? This is my first book. I want to turn. I want to pixelate this, okay? And every time I use this poster, the scenes that I put into this post are going to be from this specific story, right? So, like for instance, the apple tree is going to be a big one. What else is in this story? Let me see something. Um, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of something like this significant, not too significant to the story, but still impactful. Because I don't want to give away the story itself. I don't want to give away the story itself. Um, check my comment on the last, bro. Bro, it's just so far away. Hold on, bro. Like what? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is for you guys who watch these videos. I There's so many comments coming in. Like I really tried my best to keep up with the comments. Um, I don't even know if you can search comments. I don't think that's a feature. I don't think that's a feature, man. But there's literally like I was trying to keep up with the comments, and I'm not really, and I didn't really like. I wasn't like, um, I wasn't like commenting back or anything like that. Um, but I was trying to like the ones that I saw I came across. But when I tell you, when it started taking off, I mean, this joint at one point this video was getting like almost two to 300,000 views a day, and it was getting like something like over 2,000 comments. There's 35,000 comments on there. I have not commented at one time. That is 35,000 comments fresh by themselves. I tried so hard to keep up with these men. Like at a certain point, I couldn't even like them anymore because it's just for so many. But there were some good ones. I guess because I guess they kind of sitting them as they kind of liked or whatnot. But this was, I mean, of course, is this one made sense. That's like this is a trend on TikTok now. This is like the quote. Um, I don't know. Because we went from the screen to the ring to the pin to the key. There's just no way he quoted the king. There's no way. There's no way he put that man. Oh my god. I just can't believe he put that shit, son. Oh my god, I can't believe he put that shit, son. Oh my god, yeah, this thing is insane, son. But let's see, look, here it is again. Bear and sister in creation before my final moments. Blah, 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 blah. So I mean, it was a good one. I mean, it was some really good ones. I'm just not. I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. Like, it was some good ones. The hawk has tooth. I don't know. Some of these niggas is funny. Some of these niggas is mad funny. I definitely give them. I give him my esteem, and admiration to him. But I'll check on my phone and see if I can. I didn't comment this, but it's just too many. Like I think my thing was also like it's just getting so wicked. Like so for one, I had to turn off the notifications on my phone because it just wouldn't stop. Like at one point, my entire thing, I think there was like it had to have been like 8,000 notifications because I was sleeping, like I was sleeping, and I didn't. I thought it was going to die out. I sleep and I waked up. It's like 8,000 notifications on like the phone, so I turned them off, and I don't. It's just insane. And then there would be a point where like TikTok will let you like when you open up TikTok and stuff like that, it'll when you open up the notifications, they'll go away. When I would open them up to look at them, literally by the time, and it would take me, I would do it for like 2 minutes. Like I was like maybe less than that, maybe a minute. By the time I had got out of it, it had already filled up like 300 comments or something. It was just insane. So at some point I got to go through these. Um, the yeah, not this one. So the ones, I mean, the story script ones, I'm not going through those. Those that's just not going to happen. Um, so yeah, I mean, this is cool. I feel like the residual was cool too. Um, the residual was cool too. Um, this is I didn't even peek these. Hold up. I'm just kind of going through these comments at this point. I didn't know. I didn't know people went back and commented on a lot of these. This must be a block comment. I saw that before. Huh. I didn't know. I had to comment. I'm gonna go through these and comment on some of them. I didn't realize people was going this far back to check some of these out. I'm assuming he's a fan. This is like the third time I've seen his name pop up too. This was crazy. Repent and turn to Christ. I swear to God, when I seen that shit, I was like, okay. He commented on himself. I didn't see that. Oh my God. Um, and it's so funny because this literally was just a workout. This was really just like a workout exploration joint. Not even really workout, not per se, but like I was trying to, as you seen the quote, be a legend. Um, I don't know. I was trying to be on some maybe inspirational tip. I'm not really sure. It's something like in the mix of that. Well, I was trying to build up towards the harbingers. That's what been trying. That's what I've really been trying to do. This is kind of like, and I'm gonna just go through it. Some of them aren't that great, so I'm gonna go through these tonight and answer some of these. Um, why did I just refresh it? Because what was I going to tell you guys? Oh yeah, I was about to say. I've been trying to lead up to the harbingers. This was kind of this was really like the climax of that, honestly, which kind of sucks. I mean, it really wasn't a good picture. The first picture really wasn't a good one. Thought it might be a good one, but not really. Um, but yeah, Sword of Humanity. I've used that a couple times. But I was trying to like build up the whole Legion thing because I think another thing is like I'm trying to shift like the content into a build your own story kind of situation because when I come out with the game, when I come out with the game, I'm going to like I want like I can't even say it on a small scale, but like I want people to be able to create their own legend inside of our game. You feel what I'm saying? Like in terms of one building a squad that of course because when you play the first game you can create a squad, right? So you're going to have to create a squad, and every time you drop you'll need to create a squad game. And when you create a squad name, you drop, depending on where your squad ends their run at, it gets put on the wall, right? And so there's a wall for every squad name that's out there, and their level of completion and things like that. For each dungeon, right? And so I don't know. I definitely wanted to get into some like, create your own story type shit, but uh, what it is, what it is. So I'll work on it. But yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan. I know that just I took a detour when talking about that, but I definitely wanted to get that out. It's just I mean, progress is being made. You know what I mean? I think that's really like the biggest thing that I want to get into. Just telling you guys like progress is being made. Um, and things are getting done. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know they're not in like a great order or anything like that. Like I haven't even figured out. I haven't figured out the uh, background stuff yet. I haven't figured it out yet. You know what I'm saying? I think I have to make a couple of them, and then I think this 320 by 180 is a good number. If I'm whether it's playing on the phone or playing on the computer, it can scale up accordingly, so it's just cool. Um, I just got to make sure it's all put in there correctly. And I think it should work out just fine. Um, so yeah, I just have to work on that. You know what I'm saying? I think I have to. My goal. Only reason, and I'm kind of stressing because I do want to like practice. I know good. I may be practicing these and stuff like that, but have no practice when it comes to creating environments and things. And so, I mean, it's just one of the things I just have to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I have to do it, and then I'll eventually get good at it. And we have time, but I don't know. I think I'm not trying to, in a sense, rush. I'm not trying to rush anything that I'm doing with it, but I'm trying to get things done, you know? And I think we all get stuck inside that like that feed loop sometimes. It's just like not trying to rush, but still wanting to get things done. It's like a weird little catch 22. And I shouldn't speak lightly on that because I just feel like I'm referencing that more so in a way of like there's just a lot going on. You know what I mean? Like this isn't just like a regular project, you know. It's just kind of man, it's just it's kind of a crazy thought, you know. I just feel like this is to me, to what I'm gonna say is what I'm trying to create. I really do want to shake up the industry, you know. When thinking about, and let me actually just say, let me say it like this, right? When I see video games referenced in movies, books, things like that, comics, even manga, a part of me wishes, and I think just everyone, and I know it's not just me, I know it's not just me, but I really wish that it was real. Like I really wish that that was like a real, like that was possible, and I think the closest thing that is remotely comparable to what you see or what I see in like media and things like that is World of Warcraft. And the only reason I say that is because it has stood the test of time. I think it's been on, like it's been running for like 20 plus years. Like they have such a system set up where like I mean people dedicate like they dedicate to that. You know, like people play that for real. And I don't really know I don't really know the reason behind it. I never got into World of Warcraft. I just I couldn't. I tried to play it a couple times, you know, but I think it's because it's like when you come in really late, because it's been around for so long, you come in really late. It's just like the what you have to do to get, you know, to people's levels. It wasn't fun. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't fun. Like my man's had he had kind of pulled me through it, right? Like, and this is kind of like where it comes from. So my man pulled me through it, and it's like you have to do it because if I didn't run through it with him, I would have never gotten my level to where it needed to be, so I can go on raids with him and stuff. And so we kind of just like ran through, skipped a lot. You know, I didn't really get to experience the world. It was just like let's go here, 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 and you know, boom, go from there. But, you know, the experience, I think it's the experience isn't there anymore for me. You know, it's just not. And to me, I don't think, I don't, my thing, and I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that like you should come in and be at the top of the game and nothing like that. But, I mean, to me, I always thought like, you know, what if there was a game as big and could last as long as World of Warcraft, right? But, I mean, you can just hop right in and play. I think it's just the thought of how you can differentiate between an experienced and a long-standing player and a new player, right? And so, I mean, that's where a lot of my stuff has kind of come from. That's where a lot of my thought process comes from. You know, when making these games, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make it where it's like, again, you can recognize someone who's been playing for a period of time, and you can recognize someone who's new to it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're, you know, they're out of reach. You know what I mean? Like, taking for instance, you know, and I'm a really just kind of like, you know, I'm a really kind of open up when with this, you know what I'm saying? Like taking into account Voyager cities, right? You know, I think it's just to me it's like how you break the game down kind of can dictate um getting to that vision that I see when it comes to video games, right? Whereas to say like I don't want to make a game where you have to be on the game 18 hours a day. I don't want a game like that. I think that's unhealthy. I don't want you to play the game for 18 hours a day. I think that's unhealthy, right? Like I don't, you know, if you have the luxury to do it, you do it. But again, I mean 18 hours cuz I couldn't even work a job. Like it's just like working a job for anything more than 8 hours is unhealthy, you know? Like getting overtime. At a point I used to work, you know, 12, 14 hours a day when I worked in my family's kitchen. It was grueling, you know. It'd be like 7 a.m., 9 a.m., whichever one came first for me, whichever one my body let me wake up at, you know. But that's when my day would usually start, and then it would go till about like 12 o'clock in the morning, you know, maybe one or two sometimes, you know. And if I was lucky, I got out at 12. But you know, I mean, I was managing it, so I was have to stay a lot later, close people out, make sure everything's set up and ready for the next day. So it just was a very long day. So when I say like an 18-hour day on the game, that's just it's mad unhealthy, right? But it's more in the sense of like just standing there, sitting in front of the keyboard, you know, for 18 hours, crazy. But you know, I do want you, you know, to be able to play the game, right? And so like you know, that brings me back to like Voyager Cities, right? Creating games that stack on top of each other, right? So, for instance, you feel me? Our first game initializes the currencies in our game. You feel me, right? So, like when you earn currency in one game, you can use it through all the games, right? Like all the games should stack on top of each other. You feel me? Right? So to a point where it's to say, let's just say there's 6 games out, right? Even if your first game is Hunter, which is our first game, right? You can still play it and enjoy it. You know what I mean? There is no like speeding through because everyone's like level, 600. You know what I mean? Like it's just there's no long saying anything like that, right? It's just more so like you get in. It's the best way to make currency to do stuff, right? But then let's just switch it over to the next layer. Let's just say Voyager Cities, right? That same currency that you made in Hunter, you use it to, you know, start growing your business, right? Growing your empire. You feel me? To a point where like let's say, it's supposed to be designed like Sims, right? Like you make your character and you build your empire, right? And you manage everything from Voyager Cities, right? So you could start out at a hot dog stand. You know what I mean? You can start out with a hot dog stand, start a couple of those and grow it. And, maybe eventually, because, it's big enough, you start your own mining corporation, your own bounty hunting corporation. You know what I mean? Like you start your own things like that. And again, it just brings in your revenue. You can manage your whole empire from, Voyager Cities, right? And let's start with another layer, right? And let's get over into like the next version. So like instead of just you have the management side, but then you also go to the next layer and you have like the 3D or the first person. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really gotten that far because we got to make our first game. Gotta make our first game first. So I'm about to shave my mustache, bro. Like this is I can feel the hairs trickling up in my my nose. It's always so itchy. But yeah, you got to make your first game before you can think that far ahead. So, but I just think that it's like building that layer, right? And to a point where like, cause I don't know if technology is at a point where all this can be condensed into one. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, it only seems viable to separate it, right? And then to try and condense it all into one, that's a tall order. So. That's much bigger than a one man team. I think I can say that for sure. So it's just it's just interesting. It's just interesting to say, for sure. But I don't know. I just wanted to have a little talk with you guys. Had a little short tip because I just think that like as big as my plans are, as big as my vision is, I mean, it starts with stuff like this. It starts with this, like just learning it from the bottom. This is the ground level. This you will see this shotgun in the game. You know what I mean? Like you will see these weapons in the game. You will see those items in the game. You will see the exosuits in the game, right? These are official item sets. You know what I mean? These this is my asset. These are my assets. The more I make, the more I do. You know what I'm saying? And so these will all eventually just pop up, and I'll create the animations for them, the swords and everything like that. You feel me? And so everything will be done by hand. All the assets will be original. Some will look better. I mean, because we can't have this. This is the inspiration. This was the product. We can't have that. But this is all me. This is all me. I don't really feel like opening up the files, but I made these on inspiration as well, right? All gonna P90. So I just feel like they're not the best. I'll say that they're not the best. You know. Um, they're just not. They're just not. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that's totally fine if they're not the best. It's just you'll get better with time. I think the assets will get better, and then more will be done. I mean, people take years to make video games. I'm on the time crunch, so I'm trying to make mine a little bit faster. Than that. You know what I mean? But it's I'm not upset. This is why I get into the. I'm not. Yeah, I'm trying to get things done, but I'm not trying to do it, overdo it, So I don't know, just like I said, I want to have a little tidbit with you guys. I feel like I don't really. I've been so swamped. I feel like I haven't really been making videos or anything like that. So that was that. Um, that was a little tidbit. That was getting that off my chest. You feel me? And I just want to let you guys. I'm just let you guys know just how excited I am for these, man. Like seriously, like I'm. This is. I cannot wait to release the first iteration of this. I don't care how bad it may come out. I don't give a fuck. Like I cannot wait until I release the first version to you guys. I want you guys to play that shit, break that motherfucking shit, whatever the fuck you gotta do. Give me all your fucking feedback so I can sit there and I can try to fix every motherfucking thing in that bitch and return it back to the motherfucking public and tell you guys to play that shit now. I can't fucking wait. I've told myself, I'm hoping by the end of the year I will have enough ability to be able to do this shit with ease. So by this time next year, I would have been coding the game. You know what I mean? I would have been coding the game. I'm hoping that the rest of this month I'm gonna be in these classes, finish this pixel art shit, test this shit out, try it out, get better at it, make these assets, switch over, do my coding courses. You feel me? Learn how to code, put all this stuff in the game engine, release this motherfucking shit to y'all. You feel me? Like I'm trying to be able to at least be able to say like, hey, here's a small demo. Here's the test of the mechanics. See what you guys like. Put a link down there. Have you guys download it, play it, see what you think. Go crazy. So, man, that was it, man. I just like I said, it's been so while since it's been so long since we had a little tidbit, but as your captain, I gotta keep it real with you. You feel me? And so, without further ado, this is your captain signing out.